Hi everyone, welcome to my channel where I make weaving tutorials, and in today's video I'm going to revisit the very first tutorial I ever put up on this channel, which showed how to make a wave pattern by using 3 colors and cycling through 4 different twill sheds. In today's video, I'm going to show a variation on that theme that lets you get vertical columns in addition to waves and diamonds. So this technique for today is called the skip shed technique, and just like it sounds, we're going to get those columns by skipping one of the 4 sheds that we'd normally be cycling through. The pattern I'm going to be weaving today is, I think, just about the simplest variation on that theme. We're going to be going back and forth between waves and columns, waves and columns. As always, you can check out the link in the description below for the warping directions that tell you how to set up your loom to weave this pattern. And do check out that earlier video that showed how to weave the simple wave pattern, because that will be a great setup for today's. And with that, let's get started. Before I get into the main pattern, I'm going to start with a plain dark border. Now to weave this, I'm going to go through sheds 1, 2, 3, and 4, and for a more detailed breakdown, check out that earlier video. But basically, I'm starting with my first treadle, which will raise up shafts 3 and 4, leaving 1 and 2 down. Next, my second treadle lifts up 1 and 4, leaving 2 and 3 down. My third treadle lifts 1 and 2, leaving 3 and 4 down. And finally, my fourth treadle lifts up 2 and 3, leaving 1 and 4 down. I'm going to repeat those 4 sheds one more time to complete my border. Okay, with my border complete, now it's time to start with my pattern, and I'm going to start with a wave section, just like in that previous tutorial. So I'm going to start with my dark color in shed 1. Next comes my medium color in shed 2. And my light color in shed 3. Here I'm just tucking that tail back in, and I won't be doing too much cutting of colors. So there's a little extra buildup here at the edge, but it won't be a big problem. Okay, I've used each of my 3 colors in sheds 1, 2, and 3. I only have 3 colors, but I do have 1 more treadle. So now I'm going to be back to my first color, my dark, in shed 4. That will bring me back to shed 1 with my medium color. Then shed 2 with my light. Shed 3 with my dark. And shed 4 with my medium. You can see that since my number of colors does not match the number of sheds I'm going through, all of those colors have shifted over 1 spot. Now I'm back to 1 with my light, 2 with my dark, 3 with my medium, and 4 with my light. At this point, each of my 3 colors has had a chance to be in each of the 4 sheds. In other words, I have cycled all the way through once, and now if I were to continue weaving, my dark would be back on shed 1, right back where I started again. That's actually how my next section will start. So now I'm moving into the column section, and I'm just going to continue with dark in shed 1, medium in 2, and light in 3. But now, instead of continuing to have all of my colors continue shifting and making that wave pattern, I want them to stay exactly where they are to make columns. In order to do that, I'm going to skip shed 4 and just leave it out for the next couple repeats. I'm going to go back to 1 with my dark color, which is right where it was last time I used it. Now 2 with medium, which is also exactly where it was last time, and 3 with light. I'll skip 4 now and do the same thing again. Dark in 1, medium in 2, light in 3. You can already start to see those columns forming. Let's repeat it a few more times. Now I'm ready to switch back to a wave section for the next little bit. So I will continue to weave normally. So I just did dark, medium, light on 1, 2, 3. And now let's go back to the complete 1, 2, 3, 4. So dark on 1, medium on 2, light in shed 3, and dark in shed 4, which puts medium now in 1, and light in 2, dark in 3, light in 4. Light in 1. Dark in 2. Medium in 3. Light in 4. I'm going to go ahead and repeat the wave one more time to get an extra line in there. So at this point, I've woven my border, and then a section of wave, then a section of columns, and 2 full repeats through my basic wave pattern. Now it's time to do another section of columns. So I'm going to repeat exactly what I did to weave my columns the last time. That starts with dark blue on 1, medium on 2, and light on 3, and last time I repeated that 10 times all together, so I'm going to repeat it 10 times again to go all the way through. I have just finished another section of my columns, and it's time to go back to the wave. So again, I'm going to start with my dark on 1 and weave through until my colors have all been on all 4 sheds, and then repeat that again to make 2 lines and then I'll be back into columns, back into waves, back into columns, and a final wave and border to finish my mug rug. And this is what my mug rug looks like when it's all finished. I wove 4 column sections with waves in between each and a border at either end. It measures about 5.5 inches long, with each column section in here measuring about 3/4 of an inch. I used a very light beat for this project. If you have a heavier beat than I did, you may need to repeat the column sections more than 10 times. So you might need to repeat picks 1, 2, and 3 in here 12, 14, or even more times if you have a really hard beat. But that will just depend on your particular loom setup and your particular habits as a weaver. Now, if this pattern looks at all familiar to you, you might recognize similar motifs from saddle blankets woven in the American Southwest. There are infinite variations on this skip shed technique. This is just one of them, and I do plan to do more videos like it in the future. Shout out to one of my viewers who suggested this pattern or patterns like it for this video. If you have suggestions of other types of things you'd like to see in future videos, feel free to comment down below. And please like and subscribe to get more videos like this one, and I'll see you in the next video. Happy weaving!